All right, so we talk a lot about dorsiflexion, right? Or the ability to bring your tibia over your foot, like you would in a squat. But what about plantar flexion, right? We talk a lot about dorsiflexion because people tend to miss a lot of dorsiflexion, and it affects them athletically when they're trying to squat or bring their foot up this way or bring their tibia forward. However, if you just got out of a cast or you had a surgery, maybe you just had a cyst removed, right? And you're missing motion and you can't point your toes away, we have to be able to plantar flex as well, all right? Functionally, imagine trying to walk around on uneven ground or walk down a hill. You can't point your toes away from you. It's not going to work out very well. So we have to look at how do we improve that. So when we're mobilizing for dorsiflexion, we want this talus bone here to glide backwards. When we're mobilizing for plantar flexion, we want it to glide forwards. So just the opposite. So whether we're trying to get this talus to glide forward as we point our toes, or we're trying to get the tibia to glide backwards as we point our toes, doesn't really matter. It's kind of the same thing. If I move this bone forward, this one's moving backwards relatively. I move this bone backwards, this one's moving forward relatively. So we've got a couple of options here. We're going to use a band to help us out here. So we're going to grab a band, set it up nice and low here. And the first one we're going to do is we're going to get this tibia influenced to move posteriorly. So we're relatively getting an anterior glide of the talus. So we want to make sure that this band is above these little bones here, okay? Not below for this one, above it. So, okay, your foot in the band, put that band right at those little bumps, and then load this up as much as you can. Then you can add a little bit of here if you want to, but I like to have a nice wide base of support for balance. So I'm not standing like this, my foot's out to the side. Now all I'm going to do is keep this foot planted and rock back as far as I can, then come back to neutral, rock back again. You can point your toes down, try to grip the ground with your toes, hang out there for a couple of seconds, and then come back into it. They're out of it. All right, we want to accumulate about 2 minutes worth of stretching there at a minimum. The other way that you can do it is to set it up where this band is below those bumps, right? And you're facing the band, and we're going to do the same thing where we're planting our foot and then leaning back. And that's going to help influence that talus to drive forward. So whichever one you think helps you out best, go ahead and use that variation, all right? So leave us a comment, guys. Tag somebody who might need this help, might be in some kind of situation where they're missing that plantar flexion. Leave us a comment, let us know how it goes, and we'll see you next time.